And in the slap heard around the world, Tony has finally snuffed out the truth over Arlo and Rose's dynamic, revealing that Arlo has been the one sending all of these nasty little messages, these derogatory words, these awful attitude towards trans people. They have finally been exposed, and it's that thing where, because obviously Tony, who's been arguing to not see it the whole time, has finally sees Ro crying his eyes out when Arlo's performing a speech, and then suddenly he just snaps and just goes up, slaps him. And it's a beautiful moment because he goes from this, like, because Arlo as a character is kind of interesting because he is really good. He is actually quite good as an actor, I would say. There are, like, certain layers to his performance that I will give credit to. And it's very interesting to play a character who is trying to come across as nice and kind and gentle, but then is revealed to basically be like Abe 2.0, if not a lot worse, with more childhood trauma now. So you have this Arlo, like butter wouldn't melt. Oh, he's just a happy little lad, and he's really helping Rose settle into the family, and oh, it's really nice. And then behind closed doors, he turns into a monster. He turns into a bully. He's a transphobe. He is a insufferable prick. Yeah, sure, he's only like 10, but still, what he's doing, he's saying awful things. He's saying awful things to Ro, who is already struggling with being trans and with come out as his gender identity. But continuing this though on, it does continue as, yeah, Tony finally realizes it's at Marie and Tony's engagement party. Ro and Diane sit down and they kind of go through, here's everything that's happened, because Diane finds Ro with an apostrophe phone and starts messaging the contact called Alex, and then Diane starts to realize the caller is in the house. The messages are coming from the house. You can hear the little pings coming across, which is why I advocate for silent mode. Oh, Christ. I love living in farmer country. And it's the slap is great because, I mean, first, obviously, you don't advocate for hitting kids, but if that kid is a fucking transphobe bully, fucking slap that little bitch. Fucking get fucked in a video game. Fucking absolutely paintbrush him. Do it. He deserves it. He's been making Rose's life a misery. An absolute misery for months. For months, caused Rose to drink to try and cope with the frustration and the upset. Has continued to torment and make Rose why did they just pick a name which is just half the name? Make Rose. I'm trying to not dead name, for fuck's sake. Why is it so close? Trying to make Ro Hutchinson's life a misery, because that's what they have been doing. So that slap was necessary, obviously, and this is with Tony proposing to Marie immediately. They've only been together for like 3 months, you mad bastard. Okay, maybe it's more like 6, but still, Tony, you don't need another wife. But I get that they probably want something for the anniversary, and they probably want Tony to get married at the anniversary or something. Which I don't even know when the anniversary is, I'll be honest. I'm not that much of a Hollyoaks historian. I've watched 2015. That's it. And everything since 2020, so. But yeah, and obviously maybe they'll split up after this because he did just hit her child. So so maybe they do split up after this. But speaking of splitting up, we have the degradation of Cleo and Sienna, because they're all excited to go to Bali on this trip, and it's going to be all lovely and all really fun. And just as they're ready to go... Oh, I don't know, I'm so tired today, excuse me. And just as they're ready to go, Sienna's legs stop working. They stop working. She can't move. And then Cleo's like, oh, well, you didn't want to go anyways. I didn't even like you anyways. Screw you. And then Cleo finds Sienna in the hospital, and Sienna does that thing where you try to, like, nobly protect them in a way, and it's like, oh, you don't want to be dealing with me. You are a victim, and I can't be dealing with you. And Cleo's like, you held me in your arms after we had sex. Like, I knew you wanted me. Which is a really cool line. But still, Sienna hits back home. Sienna's worried about, because obviously Patrick had motor neurone disease. And she's worried that this may be affecting her. She's worried that it may be affecting her. And yeah, so they do that. Later on, she gets out of hospital. Jez lets it slip to Cleo and Perry, who are going to Wales instead. Like, she's getting tested for motor neurone disease. Like, so it's not her fault. And this kind of makes Cleo like, oh, you know, I should support her. And then Perry's like, we're going to Wales. And yeah. It's, I mean, this is probably just a thing of, you know how everybody watches soaps, they have the hang-ups that they always complain about? This is just a me turn in general. I understand that you want a bit of tragedy and a bit of drama in a relationship to make them getting together so much more exciting. And you want stakes, and you want to slowly build to it, and you want it to get further and further, and you want them to get to a point where they just can't live without each other, and it's true love, and it's really, really nice. And it's really like a big, like, I love you. No, I love you. And then maybe one of them dies because it's a gay relationship and so. But I'm sick of this. I'm sick of, oh, we're together. Here's a problem. And we're going to not talk about the problem for 3 months. And then we're going to get back together in 1 week. Yeah. Can we just have a... Obviously, it's a ridiculous thing to say as a soap watcher watching a soap where drama is at the core of what you want in a soap. But can we just get... Obviously, they have to struggle to be in a relationship, sure. Like, that I'm not saying, like, no struggles. But can we just get a nice little slow build and something that's sweet and innocent and not immediately traumatic and gonna cause further problems? I know it's a tall ask, and I know it's kind of ridiculous to suggest about soap, the thing that's inherently there to dramatize everything by choice. But I'm just... It's not like I have a problem with putting problems in the way of a relationship. But the issue with me and soap is most of these relationships don't fucking last anyways. Like, oh, Dylan and Lucas, they're going to get together, but Dylan has to work through his stuff. Oh, Lucas has to work through his stuff. Okay, cool. All right, and now they're together and they're happy and gone now. You know, yeah, but they'll get back in about a month's time at the peak of Dylan's problems, and then they'll be together. It's like, yeah, but why couldn't they be together all along, you know? It's just a little selfish thing. And people love the angst and, you know. But I kind of just... Can we just have a relationship that sticks, please? Can we just, you know, obviously have some problems in the relationship, sure. Sure, but, like, not just the thing that it feels like it's artificially lengthening it, only to stop it, and then you bring it back like it was never gone, when you should have just kept it the whole time, but just have them work through their problems and not just ignore each other for, like, 3 weeks. Don't know about that one. Maybe it's me being ridiculous, but that's my take on it. Like, yeah, I know they've given us this little, they've given us a bite of a steak, and then they went, well, you can't have that till you finish your greens. It's like a whole plate of sprouts, and you're like, I can't. It's like, well, no more steak for you. Once you finally eat all your greens, you can get your steak back. Okay. And then because you're grumpy, you don't do it. And then, 3 months time. Oh, I finally finished my greens. Oh, here's the steak. Oh, is it not a new steak? Is it just the same old steak that you just kept in the fridge? Yeah, you should have been quicker. It's not my fault you took the steak away, man. I don't know. That analogy's absolute hot garbage. I won't lie. I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling bad. But I'm also very tired. I've been doing a lot lately, so. But yeah, more drama to split up another relationship once again. Look, it has to happen. And it's not to say that this week's Hollyoaks has been good. It was a pretty breezy one to watch. I enjoyed all the episodes, so full credit. I do think they are really falling back on... They made the bold choice, right? This is the cast that we want us to usher us into the new generation. So, now with them actually using the cast to its fullest extent, they're doing a good job of it. They are, genuinely. Like, it's an awful set of circumstances. You're working on so much more of a budget. They're doing a really good job of it. So once again, good job, Hollyoaks. It's been very consistent this year. And for me, it is a very strong number 2 soap. Right now, what did you think of this week's Hollyoaks? Are you a Clienna stan, or were you here for the slap that went around the world? Tell me in the comments section down below. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.